So we have 0.98, 0.889, 0.8, 0.89 and 0.898, and we need to put these numbers into ascending order, so we need to sort them from smallest to largest. When comparing numbers, we start with the larger place values, the most significant place values, and work our way to smaller place values if they're the same. So all of these numbers have 0 units, which means we need to start by going along to the tenths. This number has 9 tenths, but all of the other numbers only have 8 tenths, so we know straight away that 0.98 is our largest number. Now, because these four numbers all have 0 units and 8 tenths, we need to move along to the hundredths column. Now you'll notice that this number here only has one digit after the decimal point, but if a decimal place value isn't written, then it's a 0, so we could think of this number here as 0.80. And because 0 is of course smaller than 8, 9 and 9, 0.8 must be our smallest number. Then, because 8 is less than 9, 0.889 must be next smallest. Now, both of these numbers have 0 units, 8 tenths and 9 hundredths. So let's move along to the thousandths place. With 0.89, the thousandths are not written, and remember, if a decimal place value isn't written, it's a 0. So we can think of this number as really being 0.890. So that means 0.89 is smaller than 0.898. So now pause the video and see if you can order these decimal numbers from smallest to largest. So we start by comparing the largest place value, so here that's the units. All of our numbers have 5 units except for this one here, which only has 4. So 4.45 is our smallest number. Now, because all of our remaining numbers have the same units digit, let's look at the tenths. We have 5, 4, 4 and 5. So we know that one of our numbers with only 4 tenths will be next smallest. So for a moment, let's ignore our numbers with 5 tenths and find out which of these two numbers is smaller. To do that, because they both have 5 units and 4 tenths, we need to look at the next place value column along. Here we have 5 hundredths, but here we don't have any. We do have 5 thousandths, but thousandths are 10 times smaller than hundredths, so that doesn't matter. We know that this number with 0 hundredths, 5.405, is our smallest, and then 5.45 is next, because these two numbers we have left both have 5 tenths. So because they both have 5 tenths, let's compare the hundredths. With 5.5, the hundredths are not written, but remember, if a decimal place value isn't written, it's 0. So really both of these numbers have 0 hundredths. But if we go along again to the thousandths, here we have 0 thousandths, we have nothing in our thousandths place, but here we have 4 thousandths. So 5.5 is next smallest, and then 5.504 is largest.